repulsor and the grapple starting things off with the man of the tournament so far. It's Lucid on Optic.
The crowd is packed, we're locked, we're loaded, and we're gonna get into this one. The green wall in the crowd, we've got FaZe Clan fans in the crowd. I can't wait for this one. We'll see whether it's going to be a spectacle as Lucid, starting things off, is able to grab the camouflage, and he just wants to get a little bit sneaky now. And he's got the Mangler. This could be a big play from him.
Yeah, a scary sight for FaZe fans as Lucid, one of the best players in the game, has this disgusting combination. The Mangler with the camouflage now slowly moving around the map. Spots bound, one shot, able to get away though as Snipe Down takes down Pistola. This camo still in the hands of Lucid, just trying to play sneaky, and there we go. The camo will run out, but Mangler still in his hand.
So I think even though he had the camouflage, all three of his teammates died, but he drops the weapon, gets the faster animation, doesn't quite get the double kill. Unfortunately, a member of FaZe there to shut him down. But in the early stages, blow for blow, we've not seen too many seconds on the board here. The ball hasn't been able to put into one of those situations where you can get a real solid setup.
Nice double kill there for a APG with that sword. Such a powerful weapon, especially on a map like Recharge. So many corners, so many little rooms that you could be disgusting plays can be made with that sword as APG doing it all, grabbing that ball, moving it over towards Spike.
So just to focus on those stats that I was talking about before we got into this series as well. In online qualifiers, Recharge, Oddball, Optic, they won 6 games, they lost 2 games. We've seen them win it once as well already this tournament. On the other side for FaZe Clan, we've seen them lose this game type already in this tournament. So naturally, you tend to think this is going to be a game for Optic Gaming, but right now, this is so close. This is so tense. It's going to come down to just several kills to allow one of these setups to finally break through.
That ball is down near that turbine pipes area. Neither team really able to get any sort of definitive control so far as Bound able to take down APG. And Dan, Bound is going to be a player that I'm going to be keeping my eye on this whole series. He really needs to step up if FaZe wants to win.
A lot of responsibility on the shoulders of Bound to be playing for such an incredible organization at a LAN for the first time as well. The face reveal has finally happened for Bound, but certainly has impressed so far, but now needs to just go up one extra notch. Pistola has managed to find the camouflage here. We saw some statistics for him as well. He is being slaying out so far. The confidence is oozing through him right now.
Both camouflage so far this game have gone in the favor of Optic Gaming. We saw Lucid earlier, now Pistola, one of the historic players in the Halo franchise here on such a dynastic organization as Optic Gaming, but he gets repulsed off of the map. Falcated saying bye-bye camo.
See you later, friend. Lucid trying to track down this ball, but Boo Boo Doo Boo being a little bit sneaky right now, but great play from Lucid to recognize, had to help the teammate there, and they are really reacting to callouts very successfully. You can see how quickly he's turning from one player to another, and Pistola is there to get the finish on that one as well. Optic are really flowing well. They haven't got that much ball time to show for it, but now maybe they're starting to put a little bit more on the board here.
Yeah, the first sort of setup we've seen all game long. Looking at that scoreboard, it is still very close, 40-29. And keep in mind, guys, for those watching at home and in the crowd, 2 rounds in oddball, 5 minutes per round. So not much time on the board. You're gonna need to get the lead, and you're gonna need to hold it as APG goes down to Boo Boo, takes down Boo Boo Doo Boo, 43-29. His team is in the lead currently.
That's a nice present. A little sword to get as a reward for getting the kill, and APG with the reversal, perfect. Does make it, oh, what's happening? How has that just happened? Doesn't get the slice with a sword. Bound turning up and getting a very important kill.
And Bound is the player I said I'm going to be looking out for, and so far so good, making the vital plays when it matters most. That could have been very dangerous for FaZe, but so now it's been neutralized and back to a level playing ground.
Shock rifle can be so deadly on this map. You heard what Snipe Down was saying in the interview prior to this game and this series showing up. If you've got it in the hands of someone who can hit those headshots consistently, it can really turn a game in your favor. But still, only 43-29. Not too much ball time for either side right now in this first round. We haven't seen a solid setup. It's been very messy. It's been very back and forth, which would suggest this is quite a close encounter between these two teams.
Oh yeah, just looking at that scoreboard, right? We're all tied up, 43 seconds apiece as Bound still has that shock rifle now hopping on board with Falcated as he goes down. Trippy pushing that turbine area. APG gets one for himself, so 2 members fall. Make that 3 for Optic as Trippy here now. Back elevator trying to find Bound, and Bound is expecting, but Trippy still gets the better of that engagement, taking down Bound. That's a big kill.
Trippy had to get that kill, otherwise that could have been a setup for FaZe, that could have been even more ball time, but Boo Boo recognizing where Trippy was, moving that ball away from him, just picking up a little bit more scrappy time, and now retreating, trying to get into an area where he can feed information to the rest of the team, but will go down.
Nice shots there with that Commando killing spree, Guardian Angel, all kinds of medals showing up on Trippy's screen. He has been playing outstanding all weekend long as he's looking to try to take this Optic roster to its LAN championship. We've seen them win a bunch of those online tournaments, but this Raleigh event is a totally different monster. So much money on the line, so many eyes on this tournament right now. And APG, nice kill on Falcated, taking control of Turbine once again.
Yeah, just a brief history lesson if you didn't watch the online qualifiers. Optic won the first two, weren't able to do it in the final and remaining one here for Raleigh. As for Faze, well, they started a little bit rocky because Snipedown had, let's say, duties elsewhere in the first tournament, but then they got better and better, finishing third in the final qualifier, and they find themselves here today. Technically now 7th seed because of the performance they had in pool play, but if they can turn up, if they can take some maps here of Optic, I'm sure that will give them such utter confidence.
Dan, we only basically have 1 minute left in this game, 1 minute and 15 to be exact, and 74-47. Optic does have a comfortable lead right now as Lucid once again with the camo, but he does go down. Did he burn it? Yes, he did. So that camo is off the map currently.
Very important, I would say, as there's the sword once again playing its part. It's in the hands of the Sneaky Beaver himself, Pistola, but big grenades coming through. And now Optic Gaming will reset this ball. So at the very least, they got the time, they got the ball back into a vulnerable position, and now FaZe Clan with 1 minute left have to try and work out how they're going to be able to slay the Optic roster and get this ball.
Snipedown trying to take down his former teammate Pistola, but he's such a hard kill, notorious for his wizardry. Manages to stay alive in the most scariest of moments. Pistola does go down though. Looking at the scoreboard though, only 13 seconds left to go for Optic to take this round 1 win in Oddball.
I'm certain that FaZe know that they need to move towards that ball with 30 seconds remaining, but they are not getting scared. They are not just jumping aimlessly into the middle. Instead, they're trying to find the perfect time. But it's instead Optic who get a touch on the ball. They move it slightly towards the turbine area, which could benefit FaZe if they're in a position to grab it. But 20 seconds, all Optic need to do now is slay out. They do not need to touch the ball, and they would win this round.
Yeah, great situation to be in if you're on Optic Gaming right now. A great way to start off this series. They've already taken down one of the top teams in this tournament, Sentinels in the winner's bracket, now looking to take down FaZe in this game number 1. And of course, the entire series. 2 members fall for FaZe, and this is going to be round 1 win for Optic.
Round 1 going to Optic. They recognize they didn't need to pick up the ball. Instead, they set up around it, and FaZe Clan not able to get into a vicinity where they could pick it up. And there was, I'm going to be honest, a lack of setups on both sides when it came to the oddball, but it was a little bit messy, a little bit back and forth, but it was Optic who came out on top when it came to the slays, and that's why they were rewarded with the time they were able to achieve.
Yeah, and you tend to see that a lot with some of these, the upper echelon of teams. It's really hard to hold a setup because all the players on the map are so skilled at breaking setups. You got to be scrappy with your time here as we're on that second round of this all-ball matchup on board with Pistola. One shot, trying to stay alive. 2 members fall. He gets 2 assists. It's a good opportunity for him to try to pick up this camouflage. And yes, he does. Camouflage in the hands of I got your Pistola.
This camouflage can be so influential as well. It could break a setup. It can help you try and get a setup. Bound knows that, so Bound denies Pistola to escape. But Trippy's there to clean up the pieces. And when you look at the scoreboard, Trippy has been putting so much objective work in right now for this squad. But Optic Gaming find themselves 2 players down. FaZe also in the same situation. A lot of trades going across the board right now, but no real ball time being found apart from the initial 19 seconds.
Lucid takes down Bound, trying to get some quick ball time, but does get taken down. Trippy is right there. See if he goes for that sword as APG has the ball, trying to move back blue ramp. Trippy does go for the sword, unfortunately leaving APG by himself and gets taken down with the ball. So let's see if that play by Trippy ends up paying off. He does have the sword.
Very dangerous sometimes to go for the sword. Boo Boo Doo Boo recognizing that he can get the job done, but now the sword does come into play, and Trippy knows there is danger nearby. His spider sense is somewhat tingling. Falcated is in the horizon and actually trying to go for it, but Trippy does manage to get the slice in the end.
See that play Falcated did? He shot the grenade on the ground to try to get damage on the sword player. Unfortunately, he's still getting sliced and diced by Trippy. This isn't his first rodeo.
Hail Mary, Bound from a distance, take it down, it's a double, it could be a triple here for Trippy! That's why it's his by name, by nature, not able to make it an over, as Snipedown on the other side of things hits the double, gets the sword as a reward, but is just desperately trying to stay alive.
Trippy has been playing outstanding all weekend long. Dan, you're talking about his ball time in this round. In that first round, he was leading the team in slays. He's been making plays all weekend long. Trippy looking to win this tournament.
Trippy seems to be doing everything right now, and Faze need to recognize that. They need to shut him down, but as well as Trippy, Lucid also with the perfect. These two have been phenomenal. Ever since the start of Halo Infinite, they have raised the bar, in my opinion, for pro play in Halo Infinite. We've just seen them do all sorts with utility, with the weapons, and they really have set that bar.
And what better two teammates to have than Pistola and APG, the perfect all-around Halo players to complement players like Trippy and Lucid, just nasty gun skill all around on this roster. Faze is really going to need to step up right now and turn this around if they want to try to have a chance of coming back in this game number 1.
There was 3 dead for Faze, but the final member, I think it was Sniped Down, just waiting for the respawn, recognizing they had to wait, they have to be patient, they have to allow Optic to get a little chunk of time here before they make their move, but they're going to be pushing into Trippy, who does have a shock rifle. Nice little pinch, but on the other side, Lucid has a Mangler as well. All these weapons that you can find throughout Halo Infinite that can make such a big influence, they are always in the hands of the likes of Lucid and Trippy.
Oh my God, Lucid, you are an absolute beast, able to repulse his way out of that scenario. I don't know how Lucid's alive, but now he's getting kills on the board. Boo Boo Doo Boo goes down, and Lucid completely fooling this Faze roster.
The movement we're seeing from Lucid right now, he's putting on a show and demonstrating just what you could do in Halo Infinite. It may just be an assist that he gets there, but it was enough that could be a very influential kill as more ball time could be found. It's just been reset, but once again, it's Pistola getting in the mix, getting that ball and putting it into a position which makes it very difficult for Faze to try and grab.
Nice damage being done here by Lucid and that Mangler, trying to chase down Falcator, and ends up paying with his life right there. A little bit too eager to try to get that kill, and he goes down.
Still 2 minutes left, so plenty of time for Faze to get back into this one. But in this round, they are being outslayed. Just 3 kills at the moment in this round for Boo Boo Doo Boo. There's the sword again, and it really has made a difference in this game type. Very difficult to try and escape those close quarter encounters when it is a sword coming towards you. Boo Boo misses a couple. APG turns around and gives him the wiggles. And APG saying, you know what, I don't care if you've got a shock rifle. I'll allow my team to get some more ball time.
And that's the thing about the shock rifle, Dan. The rate of fire is really slow. So you saw him trying to go for 2 shots right there and ends up paying for his life as Snipe Down goes down as well to Lucid. He has that Needler in hand. What's he about to do with this thing?
This is the thing. Every weapon in Halo Infinite, it can count if you put it in the right place, if you put it in the right hands, and if anyone's going to have it, I think Lucid's going to be picking it up. And at the moment, we'll switch over to the battle rifle as they're just trying to keep Faze at bay because more time is being built up here. They're up to 80 points. They are close to closing out this game.
Yeah, a dominating performance so far to start this series by Optic Gaming. Falcated able to get that kill with the commando on Ola. And he's going to need to go off along with his teammates if they're going to want to bring this game back, but it's not looking good right now, Dan.
Not looking good at all, but there is always a chance. There's always the if, what, and maybe, but at the moment, Falcate is just trying to stay alive, but not able to do so. Snipe Down will at least clean up, drops that ball to do so. Great objective and slaying work from him. And now, this is where you have to have just a pretty much perfect setup, because one break here for Optic Gaming, you'd imagine they'd be able to get enough points to win this map.
Yeah, no room for error for Faze, and as we say that, Optic's already on the hunt. Nice insta-splode out of APG, and Ola gets a kill for himself as well, as only 8 seconds remain, as Optic Gaming will go up 1-0 in the series.
Faze had the ball, but Optic walked in. Trippy said, thank you very much, we'll take those seconds. Optic Gaming take the lead here in the winners bracket quarterfinals. Faze, they just couldn't keep up with the sheer slaying power of the green wall. And fans in the crowd. Oh, that didn't sound too good. How about Optic fans in the crowd? Definitely sounds like there's a few more Optic fans as they are 1-0 up in this series and going into this undefeated game type. Surely they're the favorites.
Trippy, after an outstanding game number 1, looking to continue this on this live fire team. Slayers team currently with a 1-kill lead and the Mangler in his hands.
Mangler can make a real difference on LAN. I mean, I know online it's a detrimental weapon and it can really do damage, but at a distance on LAN, it seems to be hitting even harder. And it really has to be something you prioritize. We spoke about the sniper rifle. It's Boo Boo Doo Boo who has found it first. And at the moment, it's a 6-4 lead to Optic, but maybe Boo Boo can make a change here.
rotating out of garage towards this B point with the sniper rifle. Boo Boo, nice no scope by Boo Boo. Trying to find another one, he goes down. Lucid had a double kill on that kill feed. APG also here to support, and a bunch of Faze members just dropping like flies there, and already a 5-kill lead for Optic Gaming.
Optic prioritizing that overshield, and I think that's the last thing you want to see is APG drifting round a corner, handbrake up with the overshield on, skeets in with the BR, and you go down. But Trippy now from the other side is making life very difficult for Faze.
I would love to hear what is going so right for this, so wrong, excuse me, for this Faze roster, and hop into an Astro listen in. Let's see how their comms are doing.
Here, I'm on the right.
We're gonna hit top mid.
We're all hitting top mid.
Hit top mid, quick.
Timing top tower, careful. Mid top tower, mid top tower. Bottom tower.
Watch out, sniper dead, sniper dead.
I'm pushing field, In field of me. They help field, 2 shots APG.
You're good.
Backing up.
Yeah, I know, it's
Watch out, top mid, dead.
Nice.
look top mid on me.
Look at top mid right now.
You're good. Bottom mid on me, I think, guys.
Top tower, 2 shots. Watch out top tower, Trippy. Look, he's dropping, I think.
Yeah.
I can't.
APG we can see. APG's weak over here.
Tower, and then shortcut.
I got killed by shortcut, bro. Hey, he's on shortcut right now, going for overshield now.
Dummies.
Wait, we're coming.
No one there. He's on shortcut.
Step back.
Scoreboard weak.
Watch out, guys. OB, guys. OB. They have OB. Where are they spawning? They're spawning,
Die from OS.
We can OB.
Yeah.
on here.
Watch out back tower, watch out back tower.
Hear that.
Comms sounding crispy for Faze, but unfortunately the scoreboard not working in their favor right now. Down by 7. Assault rifle in the hands of Eric Rona as he gets some nice damage. Takes down Trippy right there as well. Snipe down and Bound. These two players are really going to need to go off, as you see on the kill feed right there. 8 kills already for Bound. Snipe down only has a couple right now, but he's looking to turn that around.
Well, you asked me what do Faze need to do to win this game. Well, they need to be getting some overshields because we've seen both go in favor of Optic Gaming. They've been setting up far superior to the Faze clan. Snipe down does trade, but gets taken down. Unfortunately, we're already at a situation where Faze can't really afford to have just one-for-one trades, because if that happens naturally, Optic will slowly and surely crawl towards that 50 mark. But the sniper rifle, we say about snipe down, you can also put it in this man's hand. Just a body shot for now, but that's a warning shot. That's letting Faze know, you do not push me, otherwise that will happen.
Lucid is absolutely on fire, and if I'm on Faze, I need to get this sniper rifle out of his hands ASAP. As you see on the kill feed, Trippy with a double kill of his own, an 11-kill lead, and Lucid has rotated all the way to a power position on the map, top tower.
The thing is, to get out of his hands, you have to push him, and if you push him, well, you leave yourself exposed to a potential headshot. And I love this angle as well, recognizing that Faze are going to try and set up for this overshield. You want to try and pinch one of them away, get that sneaky headshot, give the chance for Optic to get the player advantage, but Falcated comes sneaking from behind and will get the sniper rifle as a reward.
Big kill there for Falcated, getting the sniper rifle out of Lucid's hands and picking it up. That overshield has spawned as well, so this could be a very big swing point in this game. Only a 6-kill deficit now for Faze. Nice no-scope there on the APG. Falcated, his objective right now needs to just be to stay alive. He has the power weapon in a power position. That green gun, though, Lucid always being a thorn in the opponent's side and able to take down that player with the green gun.
What a play as well, just sneakily waiting, recognizing that the overshield was in the hands of Faze and knowing full well he could pick up that plasma pistol. Falcated will clean it up, but unfortunately wasn't there to help deny that plasma pistol shot. Trying to get an angle with the sniper rifle right now isn't really working, but this game's got far closer. It's just a 4-kill difference, making a 3-kill difference. Faze are starting to get back into this one.
Great answer in the last few sequences by Faze, able to cut the deficit down to 4 kills. Lucid now trying to gain his shield, spots a player, bottom tower, takes him down with a nice back smack and also gets an assist, staying alive in this power position.
Only 2 kills at the moment for Boo Boo Doo Boo, but 7 assists on the board for him, so he is still providing a lot of damage and really helping out the rest of the team. But I feel like this next overshield is going to be an extremely important one, Goofy, because we've already seen the damage it can do in the hands of Optic, and unfortunately, how detrimental it can be if you can lose it that quickly because of a plasma pistol, which is what happened to Faze. So keeping a keen eye on that one in about 30 seconds.
Here we have Bound making a sneaky flank play. This could be huge for Faze as Falcated makes the opening, gets a kill on Lucid. Bound able to go for the flank, gets 1, gets 2. Big plays out of Faze.
Perfect perfect time as well with the overshield popping in 15 seconds. That will allow Faze now to set up for this one as Optic are in the respawn screen. You've just got to try and find out where they're respawning it. It looks like it's the green area. Sniped trying to stay alive, but Optic, they know they have to be aggressive. They can't allow Faze to just easily get this overshield.
Wait, Bound didn't get that trade with the AR melee. Very unfortunate for him as we're hopping on board with Pistola 39-39. Will this be the first map that Optic Gaming drops? And it doesn't look like it as Lucid has the overshield.
The speed of which Optic just transitioned from spawn to push to get that overshield is absolutely incredible. 41-40, but the sniper in the hands of Snipe Down. And he knows full well there is an overshield somewhere on the map. And he hits the shot to help Falcated. And the overshield gets wiped off the face of it. And just like that, Faze now ahead by 2.
This is scary for Snipe Down, and he gets taken down by the Wizard himself. Pistola takes down Snipe Down, also takes down Bound for the triple kill, making plays right now, 43-42.
Pistola recognizing that Faze were getting back into it, and what's the best way to shut them down? A nice little trip ski to take the lead. This is a close one though. Considering the fact Optic have never lost this game type in HTS competition, it really shows how well Faze are playing right now.
Lucid choosing to back down towards the pillars right here. Ola does get a kill, so 44-43. Trippy with the sniper rifle, barely missing that time. 3 players near this dummy side of the map. And Trippy peeking slowly. Nice shot out of Trippy. Going for the double kill. Gets 2. 3 left to go, and Optic will go on 2-0 in the series with the Heat Wave and Sniper Rifle is out, so BR and Heat Wave in the hands of Trippy.
And Trippy knows now he can afford to be slightly aggressive. They've got a 4-5 kill advantage, just the one needed to make it 13-0 on Live Fire Slayer. The grenades are there, and Optic do it again. This is their home turf. Live Fire, they are unbeatable.
Optic Gaming, a force to be reckoned with.
Going, but, and there is always a but, this is statistically their worst game type. So Faze, this is their opportunity to get back into this series.
Hopping on board with I Got Your Pistola, putting down shots across the map. Let's see which team can secure these rockets as Bulldog already in the hands of Trippy.
No one venturing as far as B just yet. As I say that, it's Optic Gaming who take the first step, but it's Falcated who gets the first frag. But at what cost? Because Lucid's been able to get the rockets. No kills with them just yet, but will now march towards the arcade area to try and secure B first. And B is what you want to be playing for here. If you can hold B for the majority of the game, you're probably going to win.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be that central point that both teams are going to be fighting all game to try and control. As we're hopping on board with Snipe Down, top A. Gonna try to rotate or convert that over towards the Faze side as they already have B. So a good start for Faze. I think cap A, but no! Trippy is right there once again. Bye-bye, Snipe Down, the reset on A.
Those are the most painful ones as well. Those resets right at the final moment. A trip cap temporarily there for Optic Gaming, but Faze are looking to try and take A. They will take A. So because of that, Optic say, okay, well, let's just force the last remaining player out of C and we'll fight from arcade. Now, A is the better stronghold to take, I would say, if you are Faze, you want to get that B because you don't have to push up the ramp or up any stairs. So at least they've got job 1 done here.
Exactly. Spawning at C when the other team has control of A and B is such a tough push to make. The lines of sight are just not in your favor when you're pushing out of C. And right now we see Faze have control of both A and B strongholds, so a good start for them, and they need it.
Well, A and B still being held. Killing spree, though, for Falcated, and the Bulldog really does make a difference in this map. If you can time it, if you can prioritize it, then you can get some really big slays. They can make such a huge change in the game, but Lucid shutting that one down as the Stalker Rifle, another weapon you want to prioritize.
Yeah, and Lucid, just like every other weapon on the map, an absolute monster with that Stalker Rifle. But what I want to do right now, Dan, is go into an Astro listen-in with Optic. We heard Faze's comms early in that live fire. Let's hear Optic for a little bit.
No, I'm playing for them.
Yeah, square and lightning.
Tommy, I'm shooting.
Push this guy.
Buy me purple. Purple right now is bullet.
Hold on.
Rockets are still down, bottom mid.
Nice shot, Brad.
Blue box. I'm throwing them to C. They're mid-map, so on Gen with Bulldog.
Hey, 2 guys go and C. I'm going to get A. I'm going to get A. Then.
Bulldog dead.
I'm in A right now. Stay alive.
Rocks are down Gen.
I hear that. You don't have any help, Joey.
I'm behind him.
Hey, give me a second.
Top purple, guys.
ATM.
ATM, we will. Watch out ATM.
I'm getting killed from a guy A on me. There's a guy behind us, Brad.
I hear that.
Hey, At PD, at PD.
Yo, purple. Joey,
I'll see
I'm purple. One shot.
Can't be.
I got him.
I'm B,
I got B.
I'm right, help on you.
Yeah, push this,
Rail and red.
I'm pushing lightning. I'm pushing lightning out.
Where?
He's
to
here
your left.
somewhere.
To your left.
Two here.
I don't know.
I got him.
Red room, mate, guys. Two here. Two red room. They're both weak. Side down and boo boo.
They're in A.
I got one.
Nice job,
three.
guys.
Yo, I'm going
They're on A. They're on A.
Optic very aware of where all members of Faze are, saying there's one behind us, we have to watch out for that flank. We can't allow them to just constantly be a thorn in our side and be sneaky, taking those strongholds away from us. One thing I did notice as well, Trippy always rotating between A and C whilst they're holding B, just in case Faze are in a position to take one of those strongholds away.
Big kill there out of Snipe down. Unfortunately, though, his team is currently getting trip capped on, and now they got to work from the bottom to try to break the setup. Ola there, back A. Annoying kill always. Pistola, him on the other side of your screen is always going to be a challenge now. Bound trying to convert C as their team does currently have B.
Such a strange game right now. Faze were able to take B, but then they lose A and C, and now they have to go back to A and C as B is lost because Optic Gaming grabbed that one. It's not maybe your traditional way of playing Streets, but Optic are making it work. They're forcing Faze to be out of their comfort zone a little bit here. I was expecting something a little slightly sloppy when it comes to this game type because it isn't Optic's best, but they are showing that it doesn't matter how you play this. As long as you work as a unit, as long as you're getting the kills and slaying out the other team, you can put the time on the board.
Rockets in the hands of Trippy. Let's see what he can do with it. Finds Smackdown, takes him down. Double kill for Trippy. Make that a killing spree as well as he's trying to convert this B stronghold. 83 to 59. Lead always seems to be in the favor of Optic, and they're continuing that trend right now.
Faze had a small moment though where they were starting to catch up, and they will still be catching up as A is reset. So now they've got the two priority strongholds. They just need to hold this ramp from C, but that is a huge clutch melee kill to take down the Bulldog. Otherwise, things could have got a little bit sour for Optic Gaming.
Past few sequences have been going in the favor of Faze as they're looking to bring this score back. But as I say that, B gets converted in the favor of Optic. Trippy gets a kill over at A, and will we see another trip cap here?
Well, Optic know they can easily take A here because they recognize there was a couple of players from Faze down towards C. It's going to be a trade, C for A, but most importantly, B still in control of Optic, and APG is going to be the first wall of defense here. He's ready with the Bulldog, but it looks like Faze know this. Down to no shields, has to try and hold this angle, but Falcated pushing in aggressively, and that is such an important kill.
Falcated looking to get this B stronghold back like we talked about at the top of the map layout, Dan. This B stronghold is going to be so important, and there you see Faze able to convert it. Bulldog still in the hand of Falcated, now trying to rotate towards A, maybe trying to get a trip cap of their own, but look at that, C is being converted by Optic Gaming. Not quite yet, and there you have it, A and C in favor of Optic.
Well, Faze noticed that Optic Gaming were rotating around to C, and I think that's what we're seeing from a lot of these teams. When you lose B, you've got to rotate from A to C just to try and get something on the board. Because if you take a direct fight at B and you go all four down, temporarily you are going to see a trip cap going to your opposition. So it is a very merry dance you have to try and have on the map, and sometimes if it goes the wrong way, you are going to be very vulnerable.
Lucid able to pick up the rockets, gets a kill, and then falls, but Trippy right there to scoop them up, takes down Falcated, trying to find the double kill, jumps up into Tires. Just his role right now is to defend that B stronghold, and now rotating actually towards Cafe, trying to find some stragglers, trying to get a free kill and give his team the numbers advantage.
Faze know rockets are on the map, and that's why they're being so careful with where they want to push. Bound is going to be the single player pushing up Pink. APG's got the initial frag onto Boo Boo and gets a double onto Falcated, with Bound being taken down in the trade. That's 3 members of Faze down, Snipe down, the last remaining player to try and do something. Will at least get one, as Lucid, again, just being a nuisance to capture C here. They're going for one spore, a triple cap, but Faze, they're in A and they're in B.
That's the thing about this Optic roster. They're never afraid to push their advantages, and at such a high level of Halo gameplay, you need to take advantage of every opening, and Lucid and the boys on Optic always looking to do that. Perfect shots out of APG.
APG giving him the wiggles, and now A and B being converted, but APG falls to Falcated, but B is the priority point to take here, as they will continue to score temporarily, but now C also moving over into the hands of Faze. This is going to be an extremely important time now. Because there is quite a significant gap between these two teams, Faze need to start having a considerable amount of time being put their way. Otherwise, slowly but surely, Optic are going to creep towards that 250 mark.
Yeah, and what seems to be a back and forth game, according to the scoreboard, it's not very back and forth at all. Optic has such a significant lead right now, and they're continuing to grow that lead as they have control of B and C. Perfect rotations out of Optic. Boo Doo missing that spike grenade. And when it rains, it pours, Dan, as Optic continuing to put on the pressure.
But A and B, again, taken by Faze. I just want to see them get properly set up here. They've not had the chance to pin Optic back into that tram, into the C. But maybe it could be here. Although, unfortunately for them, Lucid has been able to worm his way out through middle and gets the triple kill. AR in the back pocket as he looks for more. Falcated's the next target, but he does get shut down eventually.
Finally, Faze able to get a couple of those strongholds in their possession, in their favor. Snipe down now, just patrolling this B area. 169 to 127. Faze trying to claw their way back into this game.
They are slowly but surely getting back into this now. What was quite a big difference and a significant gap between the two teams has been cut down to just 30 points. An APG on the back foot, but will find the headshot, gets the Guardian Angel medal as well. Two members of Faze down. Now this is the time for Optic to push in, but APG feels like someone is around, and someone is around, but it's Bound who gets eliminated off the map. A, B, and C looks to be taken here by Optic Gaming. A great response after a considerable amount of time went Faze's way.
The trip cap in full effect. That A stronghold does get converted though, and look at that, Optic already back on A, about a quarter of the way capped, and it does get reset. Good shots there out of Trippy. Ola gets a kill of his own, and nice damage. Trippy doing so much beneficial stuff for his team right now, and now Bound looking to weather the storm.
I mean, you look at the Slays, Lucid 18 and 7 right now, very much popping off, make it 19 and 7, going plus 11 at this point with the 8th death there. But I think Faze, they really need to shut down this momentum from Optic Gaming, otherwise this series will be done and dusted. They've got to get this push right. They need to take A soon and force that spawn of Optic Gaming back towards C.
Big double kill out of Snipe down. Let's see if that opens up the map a bit, but Trippy takes him down with that stalker rifle, doing some heavy damage on Bound as well, but we all know Bound's a very confident player, looking to chow that, and those rockets are also up.
Just those small things, that kill with a stalker rifle to just stop that delay, to get A not in the control of Faze, an extra couple of seconds went towards Optic Gaming, and those extra seconds could be so important as we get closer to the end of this game. It's not over yet. Even though Optic only need 38 more points, all Faze need to do is hold this A and B setup, and they do have rockets to work with.
Oh my god, Falcated goes down in the blink of an eye and didn't even get to shoot one of the rockets, so both in the chamber, and look who found them. He doesn't even gonna pick them up right now. He's putting work in right now with the Sentinel Beam. Lucid, will he find those rockets? Yes, he does. 2 rockets in the hands of a very scary player named Lucid.
This is bad news for Faze. Not only have A and B been converted, but now Lucid is on the prowl. Doesn't connect with that rocket, but at least he's in a position now where he can give information to the rest of the team. Are they going to be pushing pink? Are they pushing up rank? The first player gets taken down, and now Optic have a 4 versus 3 advantage, but Faze, they have to push because there's only 20 seconds left for Optic Gaming.
Couple kills go in the favor of Faze, but 2 strongholds still controlled by Optic. Double kill out of Bound, and not able to get the triple. They're gonna need to convert, and they do, and maybe a trip cap for Faze can bring this back.
B could be taken here as well. Faze now doing what they can. Trip cap in full effect. This one is not over yet. Bound needs to get this kill though, as Lucid is being so annoying behind them. Will take A, but at least B and C still in control. But all it takes for Optic Gaming here, Faisal, is 1 push. If they manage to take B, this could be all she wrote as Pistola and Lucid. They swarm in, they deny it. There's the final last hope, but it's denied. A is taken, B is taken, C is contested. Optic, they're closing in on a victory here.
8 seconds away from another sweep for Optic Gaming. Let's see if Faze can do anything about it, and it doesn't look like it as the trip cap is in full effect once again for Optic Gaming. 248, 240. Actually, no, sorry. Faze is still contesting C, so not able to get that final 2 seconds yet. Optic are gonna have to fight back for control once again.
Bound gets a massive kill. A and C is contested. They need to try and get towards B as well. They cannot allow Optic to get anything here, as it's just 2 seconds remaining. remaining. This is when you have to play perfect Halo. You cannot afford to miss a shot. You can't miss a grenade. You have to get your kills. There's job one. A's being converted, but B on the other side also being converted here for Optic. Faze are doing okay. They're staying in this one.
Wow. Faze holding on by the skin of their teeth. They know they only have 2 seconds to spare right now as Optic is on the verge of a sweep. Nice double kill out of Falcated. Not able to get that against the triple kill. Falcated, but APG in this B stronghold. If he converts it, A goes in the favor of Faze, so still not over.
That could be the biggest triple of Falcated's career. He's 22 and 16 right now. C is being converted. Faze need to get to B or C. Someone needs to jump in. It looks like there is a battle at C. Faze still stay alive. Optic unable to get these last 2 points and snipe down. He is shut down, but that kill was huge.
Faze making a miraculous comeback right now, 248 to 242. Those strongholds are being converted one of each way, and Faze is barely in this game. The triple cap make that 2 though. Only 4 seconds left to go, Dan. Optic is in C, so that's strong. The points will not be going to Faze. 249 to 248. Who is going to get this win? This is neck and neck, and Faze gets the win. Faze gives Optic their first map loss of the tournament. What a comeback from the boys in red.
They had no right on the board for Optic Gaming. Faze brought it back with a fantastic comeback, and the momentum is now very much going to be on their side. Bizarre CTF, a game which is all about controlling the middle of the map, working with the rockets, working with the overshield, working with the grapple, the dynamo grenades. There is so much to use here on Bizarre.
Pistola patrolling that Bulldog area with the rocket, seeing if he can find any stragglers. See if he picks up this grapple. Yes, he does. Gonna make his way over towards the opponent's bar. Gets a nice grenade kill. A Hail Mary, perhaps, as Lucid gets one as well. So this could be an opportunity for Optic to maybe get a flag pull early in this game because they're already pushed up so far in the Faze base.
Look at the bar control for Pistola right now. These are the priority positions because you can do so much damage and give so much information to the rest of the team from this spot. And Pistola was being so patient with the rockets as well. You'll see some players get desperate to push in, desperate to get those kills, but Ola, knowing that he was in one of those best positions you could be on this map.
One of the most annoying things is when a player is in your treehouse, and Lucid currently is in the treehouse of of Faze as Pistola is running it towards him here. Let's see if Optic can get put one on the board early.
Well, it's a pull for a pull. Bound is also in the base grabbing a flag as well. So Bound on one side, Pistola from the other. One generation against the next generation. But at the moment, they won't face off against each other. Instead, Bound does push out, but doesn't get the kill. Somehow, Trippy manages to stay alive, and that is going to be massive for this run for Pistola.
And look at this, Dan, that flag is already all the way back in the Optic base. Pistola being a sneaky little beaver, gonna actually also getting the return. He's doing it all, folks, and there we have it. First cap going in the favor of Optic Gaming.
What a way to respond to what was a very disappointing end for Optic Gaming by going 1-0 up in a very quick fashion here on Bizarre Capture the Flag. Even though Faze had been able to get to the other side of the base, get a flag pull, but Optic said, that's fine, we'll just go back, we'll take down Bound, and we've got free roam of the middle of the map. Slay's going quite favorably in favor of Optic Gaming right now. Faze, though, on the other side. Boobadooboo still yet to get a kill. Just breadsticks on the side of Snipe Down and Bound. Optic have a lot of control at the moment.
Bound does have that overshield. Let's see if he can put it to work. Lucid able to get a kill and just run away with that Bulldog. Needler's going in the back of Bound, but he turns around and tells Pistola, I don't think so. But that overshield is out of play now. He was able to get a couple kills with it, so good use of the overshield, able to push into the Optic base.
But also a great demonstration of self-sacrifice there from Pistola, knowing he could rip the shields away with those needles, and Bound trying to move the flag. Boo is at least there to train this one, but with 3 members only up for Faze, they've got to be careful. I think you're going to have to leave this flag for now, try and slay out a little bit, which is what Snipe Down's looking to do, but Optic are in prime position to shut this one down.
Perfect defense right there, textbook out of Optic, able to stop that flag attempt. Trippy getting that return, and now Falcated waiting on the rockets. They will be spawning any second, and they are up. Falcated able to pick up the rockets and keeps the Bulldog as well, so no precision weapons for Falcated. He's only going to have close range options. Let's see what he can do with it as Falcated with the rocket still.
Been so impressed with what Falcated has done already in this series. Very impactful moments. There was an impactful rocket as well off the wall. gets the frag, and now maybe the FaZe roster can push up here, but they know APG's behind them, and because they're looking the other way, that's allowed Trippy to get out, but at least Falcated is very aware of his surroundings, gets another kill, and in the kill feed, Lucid's gone down too. So Optic Gaming in a bit of a rut right now. FaZe looking to try and take some control here.
Still no kills on the board for Bubu. He has been struggling a little bit this series, and he's going to need to turn it around if they want to beat a juggernaut like Optic on board right now with Bound. He gets taken down in the opponent's base, but I do like what I'm seeing out of Bound. He's consistently being aggressive in the base, and that's what's going to take to beat Optic and get some caps.
What I will say though, Bubu does have 5 assists. Snipedown has no assists, so maybe Snipedown's just taking all of Bubu's kills. That's entirely a possibility, but right now Snipedown demonstrating he can do it himself. Bound also getting an engagement. It's APG who wins that one, but can't stay alive for more than one.
Overshield has been picked up by Snipedown, and 2 of his teammates are pushing into the Optic base right now. So once again, I'm liking what I'm seeing out of FaZe. They're consistently giving themselves opportunities to get a flagpole, and perhaps with this Overshield, they'll be able to get it past that double doors.
Snipedown being aggressive, as he should be. Also going to grapple into the face of Pistola, who tries to be a little bit awkward, but it doesn't matter. It's a double kill. The Overshield gave him the advantage, but that Overshield has now gone. Bubu's running this flag, though, just manages to get into bar. That's massive, because by staying alive, he can throw this flag out, and then he can turn around and focus his attention on slaying the spawners. Optic, they have 3 up right now. If this flag gets moving, maybe something here for FaZe.
This is an all-out brawl, bottom middle. Bubu rotating that flag all the way into the Rocket side, trying to run it elbow, but eats a nade by Ola, and APG gets a kill on Bound as well. So 2 members down for FaZe, and here we see Optic getting that return. So no caps for FaZe.
And that shows the importance of getting one player behind and being a nuisance. 3 members of FaZe all faced their own pillars to try and kill the player that had gone on the flank, and because of that, it allowed the rest of Optic to push up and get that re, as now they're looking to push into this space, try and get a flag of their own. Bubu's found at 1 shot, and APG will also find another player who's weak to get the double. FaZe down to just 2 players right now.
That Overshield will be spawning in 10 seconds. We saw Snipedown pick it up on the last spawn and was able to do some damage. Unfortunately, that flag, it didn't go anywhere. Pistola trying to keep the FaZe members off of the Overshield, but they are in a good position to pick it up. But here we see Lucid. You know, he's always aware of the situation, able to get a double kill, and I think picked up the Overshield as well.
Oh, what
3 members fall for FaZe, and Overshield in the hands of Lucid, and he's going to be very aggressive with this power-up.
Pistola played such a huge part in that Overshield grab. He forced 2 members away from the Overshield, also won his engagement with the grenade onto the wall, and now Lucid pushing in. Will get the double, gets the killing spree, doesn't have the ammo to go for the triple just yet. Tries the re-challenge. The triple won't be there, will go down to Bound, but a lot of damage done just to force Optic back into their base.
Trippy being taken out top. Rockets APG now just trying to stay alive. He suspects there's a player under him. That's Falcated. Put some damage on him, and just staying alive here as APG takes down Falcated with some great shots and movement right there. APG is a very important player on the map right now, and he knows that. He's just trying to stay alive, moving back into his treehouse, not allowing any members of FaZe to do any funny business and try to sneak through.
Now I'm going to highlight Bubu. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt. He does still have 8 assists, but only 1 kill, 11 deaths, -10 right now. Clearly something not quite right, not able to, you know, get those kills, not able to get those final headshots. At least they are being cleaned up, which you can clearly see by the assist statistic. But certainly, I mean, across this series in general, Bubu's stats have been a little bit questionable. I know stats don't always matter, but it does paint a picture of how a player's confidence might be. Because I know every Halo player, as an individual, you always press that back button. You always look at how many kills you've been able to get.
Falcated able to take out Lucid. Moving towards the middle of the map now. Things have slowed down just a little bit. 4 minutes left in this game, and the lead obviously still in the favor of Optic Gaming. 1 more win in the series, and they will advance in the winner's bracket, so FaZe are going to need to turn it around, and they're going to need to do it quick.
Well, Optic will be more than happy for this one to slow down, but FaZe now recognizing they've got a temporary advantage here. Snipedown thought about grabbing that one, but Pistola's right below him. Does he know? Yes, he does. Fires 1 warning shot. Pistola's a very slippery snake, but it looks like Snipedown is able to finally get that kill. Can move the flag, but unfortunately, that's what happens when you run it towards tree. Any spawners over towards that trench area are instantly in your face to shut you down.
Only 3.5 minutes left in this game as Pistola found himself a Bulldog, and that's a scary sight. You know, Pistola, the wizard himself, always a sneaky player. Spots 2 members of Faze running across bottom middle towards his jump up. You know he's calling that out to his teammates. Does great damage, tries to back up. Those spike grenades will be his friend, but unfortunately, he does get the trade. So nice kill there for Pistola. It seemed to be a very grim situation, able to at least get that kill.
He's been holding that pillars area so successfully all game long, not only with range towards the overshield, but also having that Bulldog in the back pocket. The grenades have also been so influential as well. The spike grenades have been doing the damage, whether it's sticks or whether it's actually just putting them onto the wall. But Boo Boo Doo has found the rockets, and those kills are starting to rack up for him now. It was a slow start, but potentially with these rockets, he could get some big kills that could really make a difference and allow Faze to get his first flagpole on the go. There's job number 1 done. Take down Pistola. Bound, though, comes in to get the cleanup.
This is where the clock is obviously working against you if you're Faze, and Optic know that. It seems like they're playing a little bit more passive, right? A little bit more defensive, allowing Faze to make the mistake. There's no reason if you're Optic to put yourself in harm's way, as snipe down and just trading kills is a good thing for Optic. Faze are really going to need to string together a pattern of kills and get that flag out.
Faze maybe need one of those moments where the overshield goes in their hands, and that's coming up in 8 seconds. So unfortunately for them, they're on the respawn right now. So if Optic Gaming grab this one, maybe there won't be a chance for Faze to work with that overshield. It's going to be Pistola, I think, who was in an area to grab it. If he does pick it up, this could be very detrimental to Faze's hopes. But APG falling, that's 3 members of Optic going down. Overshield going into the hands of Bound. I feel like it has to be now here, Goofy.
This is a great opportunity for Faze. Falcated needs to stay alive. Snipe down is right there in Optic's tree to provide cover fire. And Falcated, look at your screen, still alive there in the base. If they can take down APG, this will be a flagpole.
This is the first kill. Bound does go down as well, though, so it's 3 versus 3 at the moment. Falcated has to slay, does stay alive. The fact he's alive right now is massive for Faze's chances of getting this flag on the move. But there is the connection of bullets from Lucid, who is waiting in the bar. Lucid just being such a thorn in the side to Faze clan right now.
And Dan, only 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Lucid with the double kill shuts down the hopes of a flag cap for Faze, and time is their enemy right now, as we only have 60 seconds left for Optic to advance into the winner's bracket.
You felt like that had to be the push. That was when the overshield was in the hands of Faze clan. They had everything you could have desired, but unfortunately couldn't quite get that flag far enough. And now with control here for Optic Gaming, Faze need to first fight out of their base, gain mid-map control, and then push in to get the flag. And they've got to do it all in 40 seconds.
The mechanics on point for Lucid. Drops that Mangler, picks it up right away. But Boo Boo Doo gets the better of that engagement. 30 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. Faze are really going to need to do something outstanding right now, a miracle perhaps, and if they want to stay alive in this series.
20 seconds to push, but 2 members of Faze are down. They have to try and work their way into the base. Someone needs to just be a sneaky beaver right now and get a flagpole, but Pistola and the rest of Optic are flying at Faze clan, and I think Faze know now, if they don't get this pull, this game is chalked, the series is chalked, and the green wall carry on with their march through the winner's bracket. They may have dropped 1, but it does not stop their progress. They're into the winner's bracket semi-finals. Faze drop down to the elimination bracket.
Impressive performance out of Faze, giving Optic their first map loss of the tournament, having a very close game 2, a very close game 4.